I'm here with Lucienne Diver, author of the VAMPED series, and she's also a literary agent for the Night Agency.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
So, well, first, why don't you tell us a little bit about your VAMPED series?
Okay, my VAMPED series is, if you think about it, as the big-haired girl with the reputation from high school, basically not surviving the trip home from the after-prom party, and she wakes up undead in a coffin, has to dig her own way out of the grave, totally ruining her manicure, only to realize that she's now a vampire and she's got no reflection and no way to fix her own hair and makeup, and it's her own personal version of hell. So, of course, the first thing she's going to do is turn her own stylist. Only when she goes to turn the stylist, she discovers a crime in progress and interrupts it and gets recognized, and oh no, somebody realizes she's not dead, and a whole wackiness ensues, and that's how the series starts. It was my way to torture the popular girl in high school, which I wasn't.
That's funny.
I give her fangs, and yeah.
I think all of us take out a little bit on people in everybody, so, you know, it's understandable.
And then I had to grow to love her, of course, to write a whole series about her. So she does grow on you, kind of like a fungus.
Okay. Nice. So you're also a literary agent. So what kind of came first? Did you want to write first? Did you want to be an agent first?
When I first started writing, I didn't even know what agents were. I started writing at 11, and it was a class assignment to do a short story, and mine was 110 pages. So I sort of knew that I, A, couldn't write short, and B, that I wanted to write. But it took me a while to get good. And when I went to college, I applied to graduate school for forensic anthropology, and I applied to jobs in publishing. And publishing got back to me first. And it's great because that's what I had always really wanted to do. But my uber practical father had said, oh no, you can never get a job in the liberal arts. So I just was convinced that it was completely out of reach, so that when I got the job in publishing, not only did I get to thumb my nose at my father, which of course is always good at 21 because I graduated early, but it was just a dream come true. And I started working at Spectrum Literary Agency, and they did science fiction and fantasy and mystery and all the stuff that I love. And then eventually I also started doing romance, which I love, and young adult, which I adore, and so I now do it all. I do all kinds of genre fiction from young adult up to adult, and even some mainstream.
That's funny because publishing is usually known for being faster than other industries.
Well, it's all the fault of one of my professors. Sometimes I think fate steps in. He forgot to send in that last recommendation that I needed.
Did you send him a thank you letter?
No, I should though.
You have a new book coming out soon?
I do. I have the first in an adult series starting. It's called Bad Blood, and it's the first in the Latter-day Olympian series, and it comes out May 1st. And I'm really excited about it, especially because the god Apollo is one of the characters. And apparently, you find out things about yourself when you write. Apparently, I have a thing for Apollo. So it's been really interesting. I got to go to Greece last year, and we got to go to Delphi, and we got to see the museum, the statues of Apollo, and everything else. And apparently, I'm obsessed. I mean, he's not Taylor Lautner, but it's in the vein.
I like Apollo from Battlestar Galactica.
Well, yeah, I like it too.
Very nice. So, between agenting and authoring, if you had to choose one, what would it be?
Oh, there's no way I could choose. I love them both. As an author, though, I'm totally neurotic. Which is why I have an agent who's not me to agent my stuff, so that during the day I can agent my author stuff and not think about that other neurotic side of me. Because as an agent, I need to be confident and commanding and know what I'm doing and everything else. And I'm much more comfortable in that role, actually. But I can't not write. I've done it all my life, and if I don't write, the voices take over, and the men in the white suits have to come for me. So there's no way I can give up either one, especially because I love my authors so much, and the idea of not working with them is just inconceivable to me. I really adore working with these creative, brilliant people and feeling that I belong among them. And I'm not as confident as an author that that's the case. So I really, really love being an agent and having a place among the literati.
So you hear a lot of people these days saying, oh, you have to know someone to get an agent. Is that true? Do you pick people up from the slash?
Oh you don't have to know somebody to be an agent. I've picked up authors that I've met at writers' conferences in traditional appointments. I've picked up writers that have just come to me in the slush. Rosemary Clement Moore, who writes brilliant YA. She writes Prom Dates from Hell and Texas Gothic and Slender Fall. She's amazing. She came to me just from the slush pile. N.K. Jemisin, who's one of my award-winning fantasy writers, came to me from the slush pile. Lynn Llewellyn, who is one of my earliest clients, we've been together her entire career. She came to me through the slush pile. So absolutely one of the most exciting things is discovering new talent, discovering new authors. In fact, one of my brand new authors is here with me tonight. So Amy Christine Parker, who we just sold at auction her YA novel The Silo, which is about a girl who grows up in a cult, which is amazing, is coming out in fall of 2013 from Random House Children's.
Alright, so I want to thank Lucienne for coming